Hello and welcome to today's edition of the Danielle Daily Show. Wow, this is an interesting experience. So when I went to hit the live button, the orientation of the video is completely different. So instead of having a little square, I now have a full video, which is different, and so I kind of moved my tripod around to get you guys the same effect that we normally have, but I literally just did that in the last 3 seconds. So I'm sorry if things look a little bit crooked or a little bit weird today. That was completely unexpected, and I will play with it over the weekend to see if we can get an optimal point of view here. So thank you again for joining me. I know Friday is the day that a lot of us have a lot of other things going on. We're looking forward to the weekend. We're trying to get things wrapped up. So thank you for taking a few moments to tune in here live and join me. Today is a huge historic day here in the US. Today is Inauguration Day. We have a new president, and I know from what I'm seeing in my feed, a lot of people are feeling upset about it. They are having what I'm calling the inauguration blues, and because they're sort of over the part where they were really angry or really upset, and they're more feeling the downward side of that, the blues, oh my goodness, what are we going to do? They're feeling defeated, they're feeling depressed. Not everybody is, but I'm just noticing quite a bit of that. Some people are very excited, and I'm very happy for the people who are excited. I hope that this is going to be a wonderful 4 years coming up for us, and that all kinds of wonderful, unexpected results are going to happen. I know there have been many things in my life where something I wasn't really excited about happened, but then exciting things ended up happening because of it. So I am really keeping an eye on the opportunity here for interesting and exciting things that I might not have expected to happen for the whole country and the whole world. I really am keeping my focus there. It looks like Elena is here, pulled over on my way home to watch a couple minutes with Lacey. Have a happy weekend. Thank you, Elena. That's awesome. So I know that many of you are feeling the inauguration blues, and I want to talk a little bit about, what can you do about it, and maybe offer something that you haven't thought about doing. And I will have today's note to self for you. As always, I try to keep the Friday show as brief as possible because I know we all have other exciting weekend things that we want to get on with, and it is still freaking me out that the orientation of the video is completely different than it has been in months past. So again, I'm sorry if things look a little bit uneven. I had 2 seconds to mess with the tripod before everything went live. I did not realize that Facebook had made that change. So they surprised me. And hey, who knows what kinds of interesting things might happen because of this new full-length video. So, like I was saying, inauguration blues, if that's something that you are feeling, if you're feeling defeated, if you're feeling depressed, if you're feeling down, if you're feeling like, oh my goodness, I'm not feeling all that hopeful, I challenge you to try this instead. I challenge you to think about the things that you want to have happen, and I challenge you to keep an eye on what is positive in the world around you. I know it is not easy. I know it is so easy to get sucked in to all of the negativity that the media generates and that we find in our Facebook feeds. And I challenge you, instead of feeling sad or upset or defeated, I challenge you to ignore that and to focus on what you want and what is going right in your immediate environment right now. The fact that you are where you are, and that you're breathing, and that you're healthy, and that the people you care about are safe and loved. Focus on those small things. I know it seems like it won't make a difference, but if you do those small things, if you focus on what feels important, what matters to you, the people you care about, the small little things that are present in our everyday lives and environment, if we do that for 3 months or 6 months or a year or 4 years, it is going to have a far bigger impact than any of us can currently imagine. It absolutely will. And the more of us that are doing it, the more powerful that focus becomes. Elena says, totally random, but your hair looks really pretty today. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. I went to a lunchtime yoga class, and I showered, and I actually had a few moments to do my hair. So thank you. I'm glad you noticed. it looks like Elena is on her way home. So I love that you pulled over to watch for a few minutes. That's awesome. And I hope that the rest of your drive goes smoothly and that little Lacey continues her pattern of loving to sleep in the car so that you can get there peacefully. So I would love to hear from you, what you guys are feeling. If you're feeling like, oh my goodness, what, I don't feel like I have any power to do anything. I know many people are gathering here in the DC area tomorrow and all over the country for things. And I hope that whatever it is that you are facing, whether it's inauguration blues or something else that was a disappointment or didn't go the way that you would have liked it to go, I hope that you will take my challenge to focus on the things that you want and focus on the things that are going well and just add power to that, because where we focus, that is where our energy goes and that is what is built up. And so many times we end up building up something we don't want to build just because we're not conscious of focusing on something else. So I would really love it if we could all make a commitment to bring consciousness to the things that are working, to the things that are important, to the things that are going well, and just focus there and put energy towards growing that, towards expanding that, towards making that more a part of our lives and more a part of our consciousness. Eric says, I think it's inauguration, but then again, I'm only good with numbers. Yeah, I typed that in really quickly and spell check might have gotten me, or autocorrect. So I will go back and I will go back and correct that if it is incorrect. I have no idea what I put in there. So again, happy Friday. I have your note to self for you. I'll give that to you guys now so you can get on with your day. If you need anything from me, of course, always reach out, leave me a comment, private message me. It makes me so happy to hear from you guys. I know I'm excited to get the weekend started. I've been so busy this week and that's not going to stop anytime soon, but it's nice to know that we have Friday and Saturday kind of built in for relaxation, and then Sundays tends to be for revving up again and getting into gear and getting ready. So here is today's note to self. Write it down. If you are in the car, don't write it down. Write it down later. Listen to the replay. Here it is. It says, Dear Self, if you do the thing, so whatever the thing is that you've decided to do, if you do the thing for 6 months, it will make more of a difference than you can currently imagine. Let me read that to you one more time. Dear Self, if you do the thing for 6 months, it will make more of a difference than you can currently imagine. And I always sign mine, Love Me. And I wrote that note because if we could each focus on the things around us that are working and the things that we want instead of worrying about what we don't want, I really believe that in 6 months that could make a bigger difference than any of us can currently imagine. Imagine if all of us were focused on the things that we want instead of raging against the things that we don't want, how much power that would generate. So that was today's note to self. Thank you so much for joining me. This has been the Danielle Daily Show. I am Danielle Watson. Have a wonderful weekend. I will be back here each weekday at the same time, 3 p.m. Eastern, and I hope that you'll join me again. I'll talk to you soon. Bye. Mwah. Love you guys.